Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup solo dolo episode this week. Rachel is in Dubai. I'll be missing her, and we are doing this solo. Guys, we asked for some green on the board, and we got some green on the board this week. Pretty good week across everything. Bitcoin up 2.3% to 92.9K. Ethereum up 6% to 3.2K. Pretty standard week across everything. Bitcoin Cash, another super strong week, up 8.9% to 582. And the biggest loser of the week, really the only loser of the week, XRP Ripple, down 2.2% to $2.14 per XRP. Let's get into it. Pretty chill week across the board, but some interesting news. We'll start with a bit of a roundup from November. Crypto markets got absolutely wrecked in November. Steepest monthly decline since February. Exchanges plunged to 1.59 trillion, and Bitcoin ETFs got wrecked for 3.48 billion in net outflows. Trading volume and activity across centralized exchanges fell 25% from October's $2.17 trillion, marking the weakest performance since June. This is all according to the Block's data dashboard. Shout out the Block, great dashboard there. Moving forward, China doubles down on crypto ban. The Central Bank of China has restarted its strict prohibition on crypto trading following signs of renewed speculation in virtual assets. The People's Bank of China convened a high-level meeting on November 28th with 13 government agencies there to do a coordinated enforcement and crackdown on illegal crypto activity. Speaking of that side of the pond, Sony, a company that I haven't heard of in quite some time, is getting into the stablecoin race, just like everyone else. Sony Bank, the banking division of tech giant Sony, is reportedly issuing a US dollar pegged genius regulated stablecoin. That is wild, and this could be as early as 2026. The group plans to roll out its one-to-one USD-Pegged stablecoin for payments and settlements within its gaming and anime business. Right now, Sony customers could only pay via credit cards and other traditional finance means. The stablecoin will be absolutely electric as it will reduce all of the fees. Coinbase in the news this week. This is a wild stat. Coinbase has received 12,716 government and law enforcement information requests between October 2024 and September 2025, marking a 20% year-over-year increase in the highest volume in the exchange's history. International requests accounted for 53% of the total, which is a new high. And this surge, of course, comes from Coinbase expanding to more than 100 countries and following major compliance failures in Europe and a damaging cybersecurity breach earlier this year. Could you imagine getting 12,000 government requests in 1 year? Coinbase's legal team must be absolutely massive. My favorite piece of news this week, folks, Vanguard, the world's second largest asset manager, is opening its brokerage platform to crypto-focused ETFs and mutual funds, which is a sharp break from years of resistance that could pull a new wave of mainstream money into Bitcoin, Ether, and other cryptos. Starting Tuesday, 2 days ago, the firm let clients trade third-party funds that primarily hold cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, and Solana. This could very well be the reason why crypto had a good week this week. We'd love to see it. Prediction markets. You know we had to talk about it this week. It's in the news every week. Kalshi became CNN's official prediction markets partner after raising $1 billion at an $11 billion valuation. CNN will display Kalshi's real-time probabilities and broadcasts, including a live on-screen ticker. The funding round, which is led by Paradigm, signals strong investor confidence and prediction markets as a mainstream data source. This is absolutely incredible. I think this is great too, as normally on the news, you have a good amount of fugazi. Now you'll have some real signal and less noise with Kalshi's prediction markets front and center on the news. I think this is an incredible partnership. Speaking of prediction markets, I got this notification on my phone earlier this week. Was super surprised. Trust Wallet, bit of a weird one here, has launched a prediction markets feature that will let its 200 million users trade real-world event outcomes directly from their wallets without even leaving the app. The wallet native tool went live on December 2nd on Myriad on BNB chain, with integrations with Polymarket and Kalshi to follow very shortly. Of course, can't talk prediction markets without the big bad behemoth itself, Polymarket. They are back in the USA, and they are preparing to relaunch in the United States after finally receiving regulatory clearance from the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission. This marks the platform's official return to America after 3 years of regulatory exclusion. This was confirmed by the CFTC on Wednesday as they issued a no action letter. Pretty wild stuff here. Both entities were acquired by Polymarket earlier this year as they plan to re-enter the US legally. Pretty wild. And again, this was done by QC Clearing LLC, a derivatives clearing organization. Two big behemoths partnered, and now they're back in the States. UK. Don't really know how to feel about this one. I will message some of my British friends about this, but the UK has formally recognized cryptocurrencies and stablecoins as legal property through a new act of parliament. The law confirms digital assets can be owned, inherited, and recovered. Industry groups say the change strengthens investor protection and supports Britain's push to become a digital finance hub. This piece of news in the summary I just gave you guys seems pretty bullish. I'm sure there is some bearish aspects of this, and perhaps next week we will know those and we will let you guys know about those. Last piece of news this week, MetaMask. Pretty cool thing here. MetaMask is launching a transaction sealed subscription with a 10K loss guarantee. They finally rolled out this paid security subscription called the Transaction Sealed that promises to refund users if its threat detection tools fail. The service costs $10 per month and offers up to 10K USD. Again, that's $10,000 in coverage for transactions the wallet incorrectly flags as safe. So if you have this tool and it marks your transaction as safe and it turns out to be not safe, they will refund you up to 10K. Pretty cool stuff here. Guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. Miss doing this without Rachel. It's way more fun doing this as a pair. If you guys enjoyed this one, I hope you did. Please do subscribe. Hammer that like button if you're watching on YouTube. As always, we'll be coming in hot with the best news of the week. Can't believe this year's almost over. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.